What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to like and share and subscribe to anything I'm doing. I would greatly appreciate it. I know y'all thought I was on my honeymoon, and I was on my honeymoon, but somebody hit me up and was like, bro, I'm about to leave. It's not too many people that I will gladly drop what I'm doing to come chop it up with. But the Chris Gunther Show welcomes the killer, Byron Taylor. What's going on with you, little bro?
What's going on? Appreciate it.
Good to see you, man.
Yes,
first things first, good to see you. Yeah. It's been a little while, so just glad to see that you're doing good, man.
Yeah. Been doing pretty good. I'm getting back into the groove of basketball. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And let's just jump right into it, man. Well, actually, let's go ahead and take it back. When did you decide that it was time to leave and get back into it?
April. April. I was down. I had jaw surgery. I broke my jaw in three places. Like I broke two. It was two on this side, and I fractured my mandible, which holds your teeth together. So like all my teeth, everything was spaced out. Like it was pretty bad. Like, and just sitting there though, and just was playing. I came back after I was down. What they give me 4 to 8 weeks. I had to sit, mouth wire shut, couldn't chew food, nothing. Everything was through a straw. It was the worst.
That's challenging.
Yeah, I went from I was never big, always skinny. 150 max, like senior year. From then on, 150, 155. That surgery put me down at 115.
Man. And
through all that, I hit a solid like 125 through the whole thing. I ain't getting no weight back. I went to go play basketball. I want to say we was at the Elks. Scared to go up, scared to get bumped. Everything was just like, I'm like, nah, this not me.
You driving to the lane, that's a part of your game.
That's me.
Like that's what you do.
I'm not going down there. I won't cross this elbow.
I don't blame you.
And I'm not shooting this neither. I'm passing it. Like I didn't feel the game no more. And that's when I came here and I just said, yeah, maybe Sherrod can have it. Maybe Sherrod, go ahead, take it. You got it. I'm done. I did what I had to do. And sitting there, me and Sherrod, no, I think it was Trav. No, it was Naeem, one of Sherrod's friends. We was watching Cheney and stuff. Then he was like, let's put on some of your stuff. And we went back to my college games, and I was watching. I'm like, yeah, I got to get back to that. I need that back.
You was out there going to work, man.
Yeah, I need that back. Yeah.
When did it all start for you? Just the love of basketball. When did it all start?
8th grade, I want to say. 8th grade. Javon Snipes used to be my neighbor right here. And
shout out to Javon, man.
Literally, that's my guy.
One of the realest ones.
Literally. And he used to literally come up here to this hoop right here. Been the same hoop. Chev beat me 1-on-1 in 8th grade. I was just started to get into the game. I wasn't good, but I felt like I was that guy still, though. I always had that give me the ball attitude. I airball it, make it, I don't care.
That confidence.
Literally, I've been had it since this big. Played on Chev team at the Calvin. I ain't like how his team wasn't giving me the ball. Let him have it. He go, you think you real good? We were sitting right there in the front. He said, you think you real good? Okay. He didn't play. He went in, got dressed. He came outside in a black cutoff, blue shorts, a black leg sleeve, and his basketball shoes. Pulled the hoop right there. We played 1-on-1 from the front of the car right here to the end of the steps. It was no dribbles, no nothing, and he beat me 12-0. I started with ball, and I never seen it since. He dunked the ball, the last one, the hoop fell.
Man.
He dunked it, it fell on me, and he walked in the house. And I sat here, and I told him, I said, I was cussing you out for like 30 minutes, shooting the ball. And I was like, when it gets to that time, you in trouble.
Man.
You in trouble.
I love hearing about stuff like that too, though.
That's how it started.
You're a very big guy on family. That is obvious. Yeah. We're going to hit on that in just a second. You started out, I want to say you were at Fitch, and then you transferred to JFK.
Yeah, freshman, sophomore year at Fitch. Yep.
Did you play there too?
Freshman year, no. Freshman year, I was ineligible. I was new to high school, and I was always teachers do it this, and yeah, freshman year high school, thought that was gonna happen there. Nah, they wasn't fooling with that. Sophomore year, I was like, all right, I gotta play basketball, because BJ, like, them was all my friends growing up. BJ, they all playing at Ursuline. He was at Ursuline at the time.
Sure was.
He was with Mark. They went in districts. Oh, I ain't a part of that. I mean, all right. Boom. Sophomore year, I come. Tyler James, who been my childhood best friend, literally came to Fitch with me, because he was he's playing for East the year before that. He came over to Fitch sophomore year, and yeah, me and him was the bench buddies. We was the bench buddies. We didn't get in. No JV. And in practice, like I said, I tell people all the time, in practice, I used to kill them in practice. Anthony Pangio was my favorite senior.
Wow.
I say it every time, because he'd literally tell people, like, why isn't he playing with us? Like, literally. And he'll tell you, they made me scout team against Harding. I was Gabe Simpson, and I was shooting the ball from the volleyball line. airballing shots because I couldn't shoot them that good. But Gabe was already like that, and I was trying to tell them he's gonna shoot this shot. Like, he's gonna shoot this. They didn't believe me. Gabe opened up with 2 3-pointers from the volleyball line.
You was trying to tell him.
And I got kicked off the team the next week after that.
Crazy. It's crazy how you got kicked off the team and then you ended up transferring to JFK. What made you decide to transfer?
I personally wanted to go to East.
Wow.
To Tim.
I can only imagine how that would have been.
Yeah. Tim, Shannon, Terrell, Larry, like we all, Sweet Feet, like we all, that's our little group. And I wanted to go play with my friends. We had a JV game at Harding, and Coach K, which was JFK head coach, was the JV assistant coach. I didn't play probably the first half of the JV game against Harding. Sitting there, not thinking I'm gonna get in. I never got in, so I'm just here. Honestly, I'm not even thinking I'm about to get in. Coach put me in, and I think I probably scored our first 16 points like the fourth quarter.
I can see that
straight. Literally, nobody shoot but me. I took every shot. Oh, you put me in finally? Oh, okay. I took every shot. I scored first 16. I remember tying the game up in the fourth quarter. I brought us back because we was down. Warren was beating us. I brought us back, tied the game up. The horn went off, and I sat down.
Man.
And we lost that game by like 8.
But it was probably in that moment when you said, I can really do this now.
Yeah. Then that's when Coach K pulled into this driveway. I don't know how he got my address. Nothing.
Coaches always find a way, man.
He knocked on this door, and I promise you, I was literally the first one coming down the steps. And I looked at him, and I walked away to the kitchen, thinking he about to be somebody. I said, "Grandma, somebody at the door for you." Literally went right to her. I'm about to give me something to eat. It's the morning. Like, she came to the door. She said, "Who are you?" He go, I'm Coach K. Is Byron here? Da, da, da. He come in. He's telling us, he's like, "Yeah, I was the coach for Harding, and you played us. Well, I got a head coaching job here. I want to bring you with me."
I mean, hey, you went and did damage, and now your coach is like, okay, when I go somewhere, you coming with me. And y'all had a very good run them last 2 years. And I think it might have been one of the openers, either your junior or senior year, that you opened up with 48.
Senior year. Senior year, it was against, who did we open up against?
I want to say you guys opened up on the road that year.
We did. It went the first game it was a 25, but it was a bad team. Nobody counted that game. A lot of people didn't even know we played. We played a Jewish team all the way past Canton. Like, we just played them. It was a quick game. I had 25 in that one, but the next game, that's the one I had 48. We played in the Sharon tournament, and we played against Oil City, I want to say. That's who we played against.
And you still did damage, though. Yeah. You know, I was looking in the house, all the accolades and yours, Chefs, and then Meatballs, and I'm like, man, this is a legendary, like, family for real.
They're there. There's trophies all in there for every sport.
I can only imagine. I'm going to go ahead, and there's no way I can have you here without bringing the Randalls up, you know, because, you know, I'm still tight with, Craig, Kyle, and the whole squad. I can only imagine the amount of trophies that would be combined if I walked in all y'all's house at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be something. I love to see that, though, because I know me and BJ got a lot of trophies from the Y all the way to now. We got a lot. BJ was on my team my junior year, senior year, so we shared the same high school trophy.
Sure did.
But he got more than me because when he went to Ursuline.
Yeah, man. Like, what was it like playing with him? Because, like, y'all very close, y'all very tight. Like, what was it like playing with him?
Like, I tell people, a lot of people really don't give BJ credit. Like, I'd be the first to tell you. I'd be the first. And me being in practice with BJ, I could tell you, BJ worked the hardest out of anybody I ever seen. Mm-hmm. From Craig to me, anybody. I promise you. BJ is, 100% basketball. And BJ he don't got the athleticism that a lot of people was blessed with. Even people that's not good, they athletic. BJ don't have that. And where he better than a lot of people is right here.
He can think the game through.
Man, since we was kids, he knew the game from here all the way around, teach you all 5 spots, all of it. And I tell people all the time, they don't respect him, but it's like, he's a problem. Like, you have to. I done played with him.
I think what I love about his game was he never tried to be Craig. He never tried to be Dalen. He just tried to be himself, and he just let it come to him.
See, like, a lot of people don't know that. I caught the phase where he wanted to be Craig, Dalen. I got that phase. And I used to really just make him like, nah, like, play BJ. Do this. Like, bro, you pass the ball. You're not a scorer. Make a play. Because literally, you make a play, they're going to lead you, start guarding me, you're going to score. It's games, BJ got 20, 15, almost 30, because he'd listen, he'd do it. Now it's like BJ killing. Like now he scored the ball.
Always.
Yeah, he scored the ball now.
He was going to eventually like turn into that though,
Yeah,
because there was no way that he was going to have that Randall Williams blood in him and not become a scorer. That's just the reality.
I love it because our senior game, I blame him and Tyler. I say it all the time. Tyler fouled out basically in the first half. BJ didn't shoot the ball till the fourth quarter.
And now you was like, dang. Does it bother you though? Because we had talked about this a little bit. Does it bother you that you didn't necessarily get a chance to break the 1,000-point mark? Because you was super close to it. I think you like 8 points shy of it.
2.
You was 2 points. Oh, dang, you was only 2 points.
2.
I'd have been mad as a mother. Man, I'd have been mad.
Like, I say that, I'm like, man, but, like, really, I don't care. I don't. Because, like, I look at it like I only played 2 years. So
and did incredible.
Then the other 2 years I didn't play, it was my fault. Well, the 1 year I was ineligible. I didn't take my grades serious. The second year, even though partially I say 75% was the staff over there, but the other 25 was me not like being prepared to do this or coming in with a bad attitude because I know I'm not playing. So I feel like a lot of that affected me just getting 2 points.
Hey, that could have been a very that would have, I think, been a very incredible career, because think about it. You only played 2 years and you get 1,000 points in 2 years. Just imagine if you could have played all 4 years. Probably would have been the school's all-time leading scorer.
It's 2,000.
You know, speaking about all-time leading scorers, your little brother, who I covered very well.
That's my guy.
Sherrod did an incredible job. What was it like for you to see him really become that guy, particularly at Cheney?
Emotional. I could tell you because I watched Sherrod from Pride, where Sherrod was probably the worst person in his class. Mm-hmm. He had 2 left feet. He stayed with a box. All the hair, he been had all the crazy hair.
I believe it.
He just running around. He couldn't shoot. As funny as that sound, he could not shoot. Sherrod learned how to shoot. I would never forget it. The day Chev took us to Ursuline, and this is when I was becoming the basketball player. And Sherrod was finally coming out the house, like being, oh, I'm Byron's little brother. Like, so I'm playing with, it's JR, Chev, Coach Gunther play. We in there playing.
I can only imagine how that stuff would go.
Man. It's good rec. This was the good recs. Like, this was, Mark was probably a junior.
Oh, yeah.
Sophomore, junior. Sherrod was literally on the side shooting the ball the whole 2 hours of us playing. He did that probably for 2 years straight.
Wow.
I'd never seen Sherrod play pickup basketball. Like, I literally tell people, they're like, where's Sherrod? I'm like, oh, yeah, home on the game. He not coming here. He don't, nah.
So it just kind of naturally came from him.
It naturally, like, and I want to say it's because in 8th grade when he went to JFK, once I went, he came with me. So he played with Quincy. Him and Quincy was already there. Sherrod was Quincy was the main guy because he was already there. And Sherrod was like the background. He was able to shoot a little bit now. He had knocked a couple of shots down. But he was a hack. All he did was foul out. That's all he did was foul out. Freshman year when he came in, I was a senior and I was like, I had to go, the green light. I'm doing a lot of crazy stuff. I'm dunking on people.
Sure was.
I'm doing all the craziest things. And I got literally a video, our first game. I lose the ball on a dribble, and somehow I end up bouncing and like getting control of it. And literally, I don't even know how I did it. I literally just picked myself all the way up. Man, I dunked this ball so hard on one of the Jewish kids, his yarmulke thing fell off. And Sherrod literally jumps off the bench like, oh my God, like he's screaming, like he going crazy, like the whole bench going crazy. And I really think a lot of that was like, okay, my brother was like that. Because a lot of people come to me like, yeah, when I was at college, Sherrod. Yeah, you're Sherrod, brother. He tells us a lot about you. And me and Sherrod don't talk. And me and his room is literally side by side. We don't talk.
Like that. It'd be like that sometimes.
But you would see me with him every day. We don't talk.
I remember I had interviewed him for the first time because a lot of people don't necessarily know this, but when I was coming in to cover the Cheney, I was coming in at the halfway mark of the season. Yeah. So I think they already played about 9 or 10 games. So I caught them on like the back end of it. But I still had more than enough time to get to really know the guys, see their games develop. And they were actually playing East, and East was up about 7-0 in the first few minutes. And then your brother was like, all right, F this. Yeah. And he just couldn't miss. And, of course, you know, Quincy was doing his thing. Will was doing his thing. Cam was killing. But the guy that was the go-getter was your brother. And he was just hitting shots and doing his thing. And I interviewed him. And, well and behold, I noticed somebody decided to walk in the interview. Me. And I'm like, only Byron would pull that off.
Blue hoodie, black jean jacket. I remember.
I loved it though, because I'm like, you could see the genuine love and just you as a big brother, you proud of him, and you know you continue to do those things. And how great was it for you to see him become Cheney's all-time leading scorer?
That was pretty amazing. Then I went to Cheney in 8th grade. We didn't have a basketball team or nothing, so I always tell him like, if I went to Cheney, you know I'd be the leading scorer, right? Like,
I could have loved to see y'all two on the same at that time. That'd have been kind of nice.
I be telling people that all the time. A lot of people who better. Pick one.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either or.
Just take one. That's what I say. Just take one.
I love it. What was your recruitment process like?
Nothing. Out of high school, honestly, nothing. I walked in a practice. We had like a last season practice, which was gonna be fun. We was gonna just hoop. Season was over. I showed up late anyway, so I thought I was in trouble. Coach K called me to his office and was like, they want you to come play in the Ohio-Kentucky All-Star game, the border game. I'm like, okay. I'm just thinking of it like All-Star game. I'm going out of town.
Yeah.
Just go play. I get in there and there's Jackson Hayes, playing the NBA, Jeremiah Davenport, Pete Nance, Larry Nance's son, Mr. Kentucky in there, Mr. Ohio, like it's all these dudes. Justin, he went to Ohio State, Deshaun Parker, JMU, like all these dudes going D1, everybody. The one dude that's on Instagram that be dunking, he go to Marshall, like they was all there. And I'm in there, I don't have not one offer. Like one offer, I'm not going to no school currently right now. I'm just at JFK. And we played, the coach of that, he coached Oak Hill, this school, I want to say they was in, I don't know where they were from, but they was a pretty nice program. They were undefeated. And we played them. I had 38 on them, and he literally told Coach K, like, no, you got one of the best players I ever seen.
Wow.
And he picked, like, he's the coach every year. He done had Terry Rozier played in that, Trey Burke played in that, Jackson played in that. All these NBA players done played in this. Lim played in it, and he literally said, no, you have one of the best players I ever seen. I want him on my team. So first day of practice, I'm in there with freaks. Like, Jackson was doing windmills from the free throw line as like a warm-up.
Crazy.
Like, it was bad. I seen a lot of dudes making shots that I know I wasn't going to make, and I'm like, nah, this not for me. Maybe basketball ain't my route. Like, I was thinking that. Like, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm good in Youngstown, but outside of here, no. These dudes work out every day. I don't work. Chris, I promise on everything I love. I worked out with Chev and Coach Dot 8th grade year. I hated it. Never worked out again. I just started again last Monday.
I worked out with Chev once when I was in 8th grade.
The Circle of Death.
I remember it, yeah, because he was actually when I was in 8th grade, he was a freshman basketball coach at Ursuline. So I think that's when he still had like Kyrie and all those guys.
Yep.
And I worked out with them once, and yeah, I was like, yeah, this probably not gonna happen with me again. But I mean, that's that though. What was it like for you when you finally decided, okay, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna play college ball, and I actually start having success with it?
After that game, that Kentucky game, playing with Jackson and all them, all of them had first. It was 15 people on our team. We played 4 10-minute quarters. So it was like they play the first 5. You play the first 5, play the whole 10.
I know all about it.
Yep, literally. I was in the third group, the last group, because nobody know me. Scoring.
Bet they started knowing you after that.
Mr. Kentucky was guarding me. They put him in the third lineups because they thought the third was going to be the sorry people. So they was going to outdo us. Yeah, he was in there. He was guarding me.
Something I've always disagreed with, though, is if you make it to that point, nobody's sorry. It's just some people got more clout, some people have more of the exposure.
Thing. Yep,
but
it's all exposure.
Literally, all it takes is just that one person, and you go out there and like you do your thing, and that's pretty cool.
Man, I was supposed to get MVP in there. Like everybody at the end of the thing, me and Justin was tied for the most points with 13, but his 13 was like 20 shots.
Gotcha. Compared to yours is probably just more
6.
being effective, and that's just how your game is. Now this is getting ready to come up. Fall's here. You're getting ready to go back to school. What school are you going to be attending?
Centralia in Centralia, Washington.
Congratulations.
Appreciate
what made you
it.
decide to pick them?
Honestly, Sherrod picked the school for me.
Ha!
Like he was in Oregon at the little AAU circuits with Craig and Kyle.
Just out there doing his thing too.
And they went to go talk to him. And while they was talking to him, he said, my brother, like, he ain't been to school in 2 years. Like, he's sweet. So
you're going to be sharing the court with your brother?
No.
So you said you're not going to.
He backed out on me. He backed out on me. He going to, I think it's Lindenwood or Lindenwood. I don't know how to
That's
say
still
it.
pretty dope, though.
Yeah, but, he backed out on me. Me and him was supposed to go together.
Man, what? Now, I understand that you guys briefly played together your senior year, his freshman year.
Yep.
But as men now, how exciting do you think that would have been to be able to share the court with your brother?
Share the court now. I know I won't have to cross half court. And I know he'll feel the same thing. I swear. Because, like, us against each other, they hate it. Nobody likes it.
I believe it.
You can't put us 5-on-5 and you're going to take him and take me. It's going to turn into 1-on-1.
I believe it.
Because him being little brother, he's going to score. And I'm going to, good job, Sherrod. But it's little, now it's like, all right, now I got to show you what it is. Now I score a bucket. Now here he come right back. Now it's over with. Now the game, but with us, we done did it already. We just went up to Cleveland. Me, him, Shaquem, and BJ and Ted, we played on the same team against all these Cleveland dudes. And like, whew, anybody I hang around, I just tell people, like, we all hoop.
Literally.
And you're in trouble with everybody. Like,
because you can look at the guys that you grew up with. First of all, you came from a very big basketball family, so it's not like you weren't going to be able to play. We've talked about him earlier, but how much influence has Chev had on you?
It's crazy when you hear this, but I don't think none. I told Chev to his face I didn't think he was good my senior year of high school.
I can hear you saying. I can literally hear you telling him that.
Serious. I never, as much as Chev killed me right here, as much as I seen him score on people, I just looked at it like, you're just getting baskets today. I never looked at it like, no, he does this every single time he comes into the gym. And I walked into the Y, and he goes, oh, you player of the year? Come on. And we played 8 straight games of noon ball at the Y. Chev probably had 11 out of 12 the whole time.
Dang.
For 8 straight games. The last game we triple teamed them and it didn't even matter. And that's when I said, no, you really cold. Like, nah, you really cold.
I've seen that happen. Like, I remember when I was a senior in high school, and I've shared this with him more than once, and he kind of laughs about it now. But here's what I love, because, like, you know, as a defender, you most of the time you got to guard the best player.
You have
so
to.
I'm like, okay, cool. And I see him. I'm at Ursuline at this point, and as I see him walk in, I was like, shoot, because I know I'm gonna have to guard him. So Coach Gunn goes, Chris, Chev. I'm like, all right. So I'm doing decent. I mean, you can only do so much with a guy that can score like breathing.
Comfortable.
Literally, yeah. So Chev has it. He's backing me down baseline, and he's literally telling me, Chris, good D. But he turns around and goes with better offense, and he pulls up nothing but net. And Coach Gunn is screaming. I'm like, hey, dude, the man scored over 1,800 points in college. There's only so much defense that you can play. Too. There's only so much you can do with that. Like, the man is good, bro. So that's why I always give him a bunch of. I give him his flowers while he can still be
I tell people all the time, he gave me more life lessons than basketball.
Yeah.
The way I carry myself through life is literally from Chev and my grandpa.
Most definitely, literally. Man. And, you know, we got to chop it up about it because we actually got a chance to face off a little bit in this 90s game. And for those of I kind of laughed at it because people think that I really don't know how to play.
I get that a lot.
I laugh at it. I'm like, what?
A lot of when they ask about you, a lot of people ask me that. I'm like, nah, Chris can play. I'm like, hey, he can shoot.
But it's like, yeah, and I just kind of looked at it like, so y'all must have thought that I just, you know, decided to become a reporter. Like, no, I actually could play. So I remember when, I ain't gonna lie, I tried to recruit you. I definitely did. I was gonna look, if I could get Byron, I'm gonna have at least 15 assists between you and Phil. Yeah. I tried to recruit you, but they was like, no, you can't. I was like, all right, screw it. And I remember you had came down here the first couple. I'm like, all right, Byron about to try and go for 50.
Oh, yeah.
I see it in your eyes, man.
And I only said it because
I see it in your eyes, bro.
I was filling in for Ramadan. And they said he was still probably going to come. And they said they were still going to let me play. So I said, okay, cool. Then I seen y'all team. I said, Chris, Taylor, Phil. I started looking around. I said, "Oh, we in trouble." Like my team was. I'm gonna say my team wasn't bad. Now, no, everybody was able to play, but the 3 that they had, though, we didn't have a 3 to answer back. No.
And I kind of looked at it. I'm like, after I see you hit your first few, I'm like, okay, Byron's about to go for 50.
Let him fly.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I said, F it. I'm gonna let Byron get off. Because, like you noticed, I kind of started sagging off. I went about to try and play all up on you. I'm like, F it. Byron gonna get his. But it was so fun going tick for tack with you for that little bit, man.
I remember one play, you literally hit a 3. I came and hit a 3. Then you came, I think it was an and 1 layup. And the timer was going down for the first half. And you was guarding me for the last. I hit the buzzer beater. I said, yeah. I was like, Chris got 6 and I got 6 too right back.
And I just sat back and thinking, okay, if me and him do this, and I'm going to just keep it real. Yeah, I'm a little older, but I got to be a little smarter because I'm like, y'all didn't have as many weapons as we did.
Oh, my gosh. Every play was bad.
It was, but to see the city come out, though.
Nah, that was pretty.
And just have a good time.
Bigger,
man,
I feel like they should have made it publicly bigger. That's all it needed. Because just the little group that we had there, it was
It was dope, and I feel because we all came from here. It's nice to still see everybody, and this was at the peak of not so much COVID, but the first event,
the breakout, like the breakout. Yep.
And it was dope. We chopped it up afterwards, and I hit you up like, great job, Young King. For real though, man, we got to.
Everybody was hooping. It was fun.
It was dope, man. So coming to the end now. When does the season start off, and how excited are you to finally get back to work?
Let me see. What's today? The 12th. I leave in 7 days. So in them 7 days, the season starts, I want to say October 14th.
Whew, that's going to be here quick.
But see, my main focus at this stage now, like, I ain't even worried about the season no more. It's like school, the important stuff I got to get done.
That's right.
Being on my grade, because, like, tell everybody all the time, I slacked all through high school. JFK, I was that guy. They'd do my work for me if I wanted them to. And they'd turn their own work. Like, I was telling Sherrod, like, he was laughing the other day because I was on the Zoom with my teacher, my math teacher. She was showing me how to do the work. He laughing. He like, bro, you don't know how to do that? I'm like, man, you don't understand. Like, my senior year, if I didn't know how to do this, I took it to my teacher. Like, I don't understand this. Me really asking her,
right?
She will take my paper and do it and turn her own work in and grade her own work, and I will pass the class.
Isn't it crazy, though, as an athlete, you can get away with stuff like that, where the average Joe can't even think about doing it.
It's hard, and that's why I'm telling him now, it's like college, they don't play that. You gonna do your work in college. In my freshman year, I did my work, still again slightly enough to play, to the point where now that school not even a school no more, and I did my grades so slightly I had to take some summer classes to get my GPA back up. But right now, though, I got a 3.8.
Yes, sir.
I got a 3.8.
Black Kings, educated and get your buckets.
Yeah,
nothing else needs to be asked, man. Appreciate you for your time, little bro.
You already know it. Thank you, man.
Be sure you guys like and share this video. Byron Taylor on the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all for watching. Gotta go.